Now we're ready for game number 2. Yeah, let's meet our comedian combatants, all right? Contestant number 1.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm JD Stevens. I'm from Oxnard, California, the place most likely to poison its people with its water. What?
All right, contestant number 2.
Hi, my name is Maggie Levine, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Yay!
All right. And
Oh,
now,
New Yorker here.
all right.
Woo!
And now contestant number 3.
Hey, I'm Dan Clark. I'm from Idaho, the Florida of the North.
All right. Oh my gosh. These 3 comedian combatants are going to be doing 5-minute sets while my mysterious comedian judge will decide who is Joker Ace for game number 2. All right. So you met them. Comedian combatants, please be ready. Go back in formation. And we're going to go with our first comedian combatant of the show. Let's give it up for JD Stevens, everybody.
Hi, everyone. So I have a really serious condition I need to talk about. Listen, everybody talks about resting bitch face, but nobody talks about resting cute face. It's kind of a problem because people love to come up to me like, oh my God, you look like you'd be so helpful. Meanwhile, you're just like, fuck off. But you're like, you look cute when you're doing. Oh, I said, fudge off.
Hold on. Stop.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, stop. I'm going to give you a chance because you've played before. All right.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to restart the timer. We got a little time. So you're going to restart your set. All right.
Yes.
I'm going to have you a mulligan because you've played before.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
The judge has already marked me. The judge was like, what the heck? All right. So ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Go.
All right, everybody. So I have a pretty serious condition. A lot of people have resting bee face. I have resting cute face. So it's like people like to come up to you and be like, hey, can you give me directions to this place? No, I'm as lost as you are. Thank you. So I'm basically just pissed but adorable all of the time, like a corgi,
Aww.
Useless in a fight, adorable, and hungry. Very hangry. Hangry is an emotion for me. So I am adopted and I'm also biracial. And this is important, I promise. Because I was adopted by racist white people.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently they loved to tell me growing up, no, you're not brown, you're tan. I told you, we adopted you. I didn't know it works like that. That's interesting. Tell me more about that paperwork. So apparently, if you pay a certain amount of money, your child is now white.
No, what?
I didn't know that, but that does explain my preference for Taco Bell to real Mexican food growing up.
Oh.
It's like, listen, I was all about them tacos, okay? The first time I had a real taco, I was like, what is this? Where is my fake processed cheese? I can't live like this. This doesn't work for me. Don't worry. I've grown to have better taste. I now prefer Taco Bell, but like I'll have an occasional real burrito. No, I won't. I'm poor. I go to Taco Bell. Gotta have those chalupas, everybody. So my housemates, their kids have developed a new quirk. We'll just call it a quirk. They've started recording me randomly.
Oh.
Yeah, because I fell asleep listening to some silly TikTok and then I heard it playing throughout the house. So I was like, all right, I know how to settle this. So I found a loop of a person having diarrhea and I left that on my laptop while I left for the day. I just thought I'd give them something to record. You know, like if you're gonna record me, here, have that. Now there are some questions though that I'm probably gonna have to answer. Like, are you okay in there? Are you dying? Yes. Yes, I am. Can you reduce my rent actually? I don't know if you all have seen how expensive it is in California. But here's my retirement plan. I'm just going to die. Some people are like, I'm gonna go do things. I'm like, no, I'll just die. That's how you retire in California. That's when you know you're done. It's like, oh, we got terminal cancer. Oh, cool. I get to retire in about 6 months. That's great. That's how that works. The other day I had a migraine that was so bad I thought it was cancer for a few minutes. I wasn't sure. I took some Excedrin migraine, but in that time I was like, this might be the last time I'm cohesive. So I wrote down an entire set just in case it was cancer. 15 minutes later, we found out it was a migraine, so I'm safe. Which is unfortunate because I was really looking forward to that retirement.
Oh,
that's the only way you retire in California these days. Okay, you die. That's how you do it. You die or you're rich. So basically, you die. Anyways, thank you so much. I'm JD.
All right, let's give it up for JD Stevens, everybody. And JD, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on my Instagram at JD STEPHANS. So at JD Stevens.
All right, go check her out on that. All right. Oh my gosh, yes. And let's give it up for our judge again tonight. Judge Hello again. Oh my gosh. Judge Hello. Oh, they turned back on their camera for me. Whoa, that is some crazy makeup. And are you in a mosh pit? That is weird. All right. No, they're not. Apparently they're not. But they're ready to go for our next comedian combatant of this game number 2. Please give it up for Maggie Levine, everybody. Woo!
So I've been researching my family history because I figure if you're going to go out in the world all screwed up, it's nice to be able to go back and find something to blame it on. Turns out I'm part Canadian. Canadians, yay. And Canadians are known for being very polite. That doesn't work very well here in New York City, which I learned the hard way. Like once I almost got hit by a cab while crossing the street. Now, anybody else in that situation would be like, hey, I'm walking here. Me, it was more like, excuse me, sir. Sorry to bother you, but would you mind making love to yourself? Well, thank you. You have a lovely evening too. Some of my other ancestors were pilgrims, came over on the Mayflower. So if you like your loud drunken family arguments, endless football games, and 4 a.m. Black Friday sales, you're welcome. So I grew up in a rich town, but we were poor. Like after spring break, all the other girls would come back from Cancun with their golden brown tans. And I came back from Secaucus, New Jersey, looking like a sequestered Irish nun. We couldn't afford a car growing up, so when it came time for me to get my driver's license, my dad took me to the amusement park and taught me to drive on the bumper cars. So my senior year, I wound up getting voted worst driver out of my class. That same year, I had an art teacher who always used to say to us, there's no such thing as an accident, only happy little pieces of art. So So I said to her, great. Can you talk to my parents about that lovely piece of art sitting in the driveway? Which by now is worth about $250,000 at the Museum of Modern Art. So after that, I went to college in Vermont, very small rural town. I mean, seriously, the cows outnumber the people up there. I was an English major with a minor in cow tipping. And of course, being Vermont, about 90% of my school skis. I don't. Let me call me crazy, but something about flying down the side of a mountain 100 miles an hour, smashing into a tree, possibly breaking my neck. I mean, maybe you guys like it. I don't know. I don't know you guys that well. Me, not a huge fan. But I had some minor foot surgery once over spring break, so I came back to school with a little bandage on my foot and crutches. So I tried telling everybody I was in some horrendous ski accident over break. Unfortunately, I could not think of a ski injury that could be solved with a tiny little band-aid at the bottom of my foot. Trust me, if Grey's Anatomy hasn't covered it by now, it does not exist. So we had a Yeti who lives in our building.
What?
And just to basically give you an idea of what I'm talking about, picture a troll doll like you probably had at the end, stuck on the end of your pencil. Picture one of those coming out of his apartment. Lumbering about 10 feet down the hall to his mailbox. Lumbering back to his apartment. That was about it for the entire rest of the day. His family and friends were cleaning out his apartment. They spent a week hauling all this stuff out of this tiny little studio apartment that's about the size of my living room, because New York City. So if you ever catch that crossover Hoarders Bigfoot episode, you'll see me in the background. So we flew cross country on Virgin Airlines. Had a little trouble getting to the Mile High Club. But we were sitting in the exit row. Flight attendant comes over and tells us that we have this great responsibility because in the event of an emergency, we have to help out with the evacuation. Our compensation for our efforts, free booze.
Whoa.
Yeah, so if that plane goes down after my third martini, we're going to have a problem here. So, a little word of advice about living in New York City. Do not go around calling people the N-word. Ninjas hate to be identified. And on that note, my name is Maggie Levine. You guys all have a good night.
All right, let's give Maggie Levine a round of applause. And Maggie, where can we find you on social media? Oh,
that's right. I actually have to look up my social medias because, like phones, I don't call myself very often. I'm on Instagram at levine.maggie. Twitter, Maggie Levine, just one word. And Facebook, Maggie Levine Comedy, but it's facebook.com/Maggie Levine Comedian.
Oh, right. Well, go check her out on those social media links. Thank you so much for playing. Oh my gosh, as I find the spotlight here. There we go. Look at me running tech over here. Oh my gosh. And Judge Lowe, are you ready for our next comedian combatant? Because I'm about ready to go find Bigfoot in New York City. Whoever knew that was going to happen. Oh, Bigfoot's with you. Okay. So are you ready for the next comedian combatant? All right. The judge is ready for our third and final comedian combatant of game number 2. Please give it up for Daniel Clark, everybody. Woo!
Hey. I'm not sure. Do I clap for myself? I think I had a microphone, so I grabbed this because I didn't know if you could green screen it, but I'm not going to do that now. I recently started growing out this beard for a couple reasons. One, I just turned the age where I legally am allowed to look good in a beard, which is 38. The second reason is I could just barely start growing my first beard just now. So, but yeah, little puberty got here a little late. right about midlife. No, but like any man, I've done something once, so I'm going to give some people advice about it because I think I'm smart. So there's three phases to a beard I found. There's the itchy phase, which I'm past. There's the awkward phase, which I know I'm past, surprisingly. And there's the I look like I drive white van and give out free candy phase, and I'm sitting there for like 2 months now, just right in there. But joke's on you guys. My van is black and I have a puppy, so ha. No, I actually started growing out the mustache first. I actually saw a trailer for Top Gun. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm a little too scared because I'm super liberal. And I saw a 5-minute trailer and it was crazy. It was like conversion therapy for liberals. I was ready to stand for the anthem. It was nuts. That was a crazy movie. It's a little bit of a conversion therapy for Republican men as well. I mean, it gives them a little tickle in their swimsuit area, if you know what I mean. That Miles Teller, pretty cute. No, but I actually have lots of kids, 6 of them.
Whoa!
Yeah, and I actually travel to Oregon and I take part in the Devil's Lettuce from time to time. And people ask me, how can you do that with 6 kids? And I just simply tell them, I smoke the Devil's Lettuce because I have 6 kids. No, but my kids are pretty variable in age. They age from 12 months, 24 months, 52 months, 78 months, 136 months, and 156 months. And if you're wondering why I made you do long division, it's because I want you to know how hard it is to raise them. If that's that hard to figure out their age, magnify that by 1 billion. No, I do love my kids. They're the best. Kids are the absolute best at crushing self-esteem, just crushing it.
Yep.
If you've ever been told by anybody that doesn't even know how to lie yet, you have boobies like mommy, it'll definitely make you lose some weight for sure. They don't even know how to lie. You can't even lie to yourself. They can't lie. It's crazy. I have girls, a few girls, some boys, but girls are very vicious. I feel bad for girls actually. Like I took my shirt off the other day for 5 seconds, and my youngest looks at me and she goes, "You look like you smell bad." You don't smell bad. You just look like the smell bad. Like if I could say, hey, that's what bad smell looks like. That's what it would look like. You. That was 3 seconds in. And then my other daughter looked at me and goes, "Why do you have stretch marks? You can't get pregnant." So I had to, I was 5 seconds with my shirt off. This girl was 3 and 8. So I'm like, oh my goodness, what are you guys going to grow into? And then I had to impromptu have the transgender sex body shaming conversation all in one instant, just because I took my shirt off. That's not something that would no, but kids are awesome. My youngest, actually, we found out he had autism a couple weeks ago, which is don't feel bad, because I was at the appointment and I also found out I had autism at the exact same appointment. So we have a lot in common. They're going over his symptoms and I'm like, okay. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. That looks familiar. So we both have autism. His is diagnosed. Mine is pre-Obamacare. So a little different. But we got a specialist. And let me see my time here. Okay, we'll finish with this one. We did get a specialist to get us an appointment. I think I said we have a puppy. It's a mastiff puppy, which I said the name wrong for a while. Then I realized the old people who named it were idiots. It's massive and mastiff. They just changed one syllable. But we went to the appointment. The first appointment, my girlfriend and the therapist were like, "Wow, how is he so good at eye contact after one week?" And I just said, "Hey, he's a foodie." And they're like, "What? Yeah, that's weird though. Why is he so good at sit, play dead, and roll over though?" All right, I'm Dan Clark. That's my time.
All right, let's give it up for Dan Clark, everybody. And Dan, where can we find you on social media?
Instagram is at Dan Clark Comedy. TikTok is at Dan Clark Comedy, and YouTube is at Dan Clark Comedy 1, because I did a typo and I didn't fix it. So.
All right, go check all that out. And he's going to be pairing with his shirt on all that social media. I'm pretty sure. I don't think.
Yes, always on.
All right, Judge-a-lo. Yeah, I'll buy you tickets to the next Insane Clown Posse show. Okay, that's fine. All right. Oh, okay. So, all right. So I know who Joker Ace at game number 2 is tonight. Joker Ace for game number 2 is Daniel Clark, everybody.
Hey.
All right.
Whoa. My kids don't think I'm schizophrenic.
Oh my gosh, there we go. You're our Joker Ace for game number 2. You're going to go against the Joker Ace of game number 1, Lindsey Barnes in Dogfight Edition. I'm going to place myself right here. Dogfight Edition, you'll be battling against her.